Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Husband,
Wife!
do you know what we are doing today?
Well, we're starting a new book of the sort of Bible.
Yeah, the Bible adjacent.
Well, it depends on which denomination you're with. It is part of some Bibles, so...
And it is acknowledged as canon, even by some of those who would read a Bible that it's not in.
Yeah. I guess.
Supplemental.
I didn't know that,
Yeah,
but okay.
it is.
All right.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
and we've talked a lot about the Maccabean revolt and like different things like that. So like it's very, we're doing Maccabees.
We're doing Maccabees.
Yeah. Sorry. I realized I just said the word out loud and then I hadn't really prefaced it with, yeah, that's what we're doing.
We're doing First Maccabees, to be exact.
Yeah. And I do want to stipulate this too. So right now, if you're a Patreon, you're probably could be hearing this before anybody else.
Like a week before or something like that?
Thereabouts. Yeah, we're gonna record these the week prior. They'll go out on Patreon as soon as we record them, and then they'll be out and available on the regular feed the following week. So there's a benefit for our patrons now. You get the episodes that we record not live early.
Wow. It's almost like if you're a patron member.
Yeah.
Or a member of Patreon, that you get a perk.
It is for like the first time ever on our podcast.
Some people over there going about goddamn time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Now to be part of that group that can get them early, you do have to be part of the, I think it's the silver level and up. So it's like the $2 level and up basically are the ones that will be able to get this early. So go over there if you want to get them before everybody else, sign up and at the $2 level or more. And, we definitely can always use your support. So if you do that, thank you. If not, we still love you.
And you'll hear it when you hear it.
Yeah, exactly. Do you have anything else to add before we get into the episode?
First Maccabees has some stuff, and I'm eager because I didn't know. And
I mean, that's the whole point. We don't know, right?
Well, yeah, but I was eager already to get into it, but then some of the stuff that I found out just made me even more excited.
Oh, well, I mean, that makes me excited because I never know until we are actually in it. So.
Right. Yeah.
All right. You ready to do this?
I sure as fuck am.
Let's do it.
Okie dokie. All right. Jumping into First Maccabees, we're going to do an intro. Okay.
So we're not reading it today.
No, but...
I was mistaken. I think I said that earlier in the intro.
Well, I mean, we're going to be reading it.
The intro
to the intro. We are going to be reading it. Today is just the intro to First Maccabees.
Got it. So we're just going to kind of cover what we're going to be going over on the next episode.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. What do you know about the Maccabees?
It was a revolt in it was... in like the 200 or 300, something like that, BC, BCE, whatever.
BCE,
yeah. And There was some interesting there's a lot of interesting characters, and it seems like a lot of the biblical texts get edited around this same fucking time.
Right.
So like it's got to all tie together as to why Christianity and everything is so prevalent today.
Yeah.
At least that's my guess. Cause like, it seems like this reinvigorated the Israelites.
Yes.
You know, and
yes.
there are some things that like really pushed their religion forward at this moment in time.
That is all true and correct.
Got it.
I will add 2 things.
Okay.
We've done an episode on Greece in which a lot of times I said, it's Greece, baby.
I think that's the fucking name of the episode.
Probably.
Yeah.
That episode would be very helpful in this.
Okay.
In background for Maccabees.
Sure.
Okay. Toward that, the second thing I would say is that we've talked a lot about Alexander the Great.
We have.
I'm barely going to mention him here, but he does play a part.
Right.
So I think we did an episode on him. I'm not sure. He may have been part of the Greece episode.
We definitely talked about him.
I know that we also talked about him because he's a great part of Jewish lore.
Right.
They revere him.
Yeah.
And so anytime that he has come up, hopefully that's stuck in your brain, because he will, just knowing about him, like, since I'm not going to mention him much, anything you know about him already is important to this episode.
Okay.
Right. Or to this time period that we're covering in First Maccabees.
Got it.
So First Maccabees tells the true, like, really actually fucking happened historical story, which I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
Historical story.
Not used to truth in the Bible.
Right?
That's weird.
Well, this isn't the Bible, don't forget.
It is for Catholics.
It is for Catholics, and some Protestants use it as supplemental info.
Right.
So
it's more than just Bible adjacent. It's part of some Bibles.
Yeah.
So
and I keep forgetting that, but that's part of why we wanted to read it.
I'm like, truth in the Bible. That's odd.
Yeah, that's odd. Weird. It is odd.
Yeah.
It's a true...
Throwing me for a loop here.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's the true historical story of a Jewish family called the Hasmoneans, which are better known today as the Maccabees.
They're better than the Hasmoneans.
Has no. Yeah. That was really bad.
It really was.
I'm glad we hung a hat on that.
Yeah.
Okay. They had a rebellion against a brutal Greek ruler who tried to wipe out Jewish culture, religion, and identity.
I almost think I remember who that is. He was like thought of as the Antichrist at the time, wasn't it? It was
Antiochus Epiphanes.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, big deal. We covered him a lot in our Greece episode.
Right.
So highly recommend y'all go back and listen to that.
I think we've talked about him other times too.
We have, but we talked about him in the Greece episode.
Yeah.
In particular.
Sure.
His name came up.
Right.
He was a bad dude.
Right.
First Maccabees is basically the story of a small, stubborn group of Jewish rebels who refused to let an empire erase who they were. So
kind of like liberals today.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, this story, in learning some about it, gave me very mixed feelings, because I wanted to be, like, you're reading this from the perspective of the downtrodden, right? So you want to be on their side.
Sure.
But then God damn it, how Judaism influenced itself into Christianity today.
Again, I don't think the part that I do like about the Bible is understanding cultures and times of our ancient history, our ancient ancestors, right?
Yeah. Shit that happened, how they thought.
I fucking love history.
So do I.
History is fantastic. And the problem is, like, there's the saying, history repeats itself, right?
Or if it doesn't repeat itself, at least it rhymes.
Right, yeah.
Is the phrase.
And the part of the reason that happens is because enough people don't really understand how these cycles just continue to happen with power and people, and it's a thing that pulls through all of time. Mm-hmm. And while we do understand it, it's hard to be in that moment and understand that those same things are happening in that moment until it's too late generally.
Yeah.
So But it is the reason I love history is because you can see so much of today in it.
Right.
And it always feels very, we've been here before.
Yeah.
You know, like
it feels very weird to be like, oh, those people who are downtrodden, I'm on their side. I'm with them. I like, as a writer and an avid reader, I read history through that lens. I think I come at it a little bit differently than you.
I think two things can be true at once. God can be stupid and dumb and murdery, and also the history can be cool.
Yeah, and a third thing, there is no such thing as God.
Right.
As an atheist.
Yeah, podcast. No, I mean, I thought that goes without saying,
well,
but,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, just for any new listeners hopping on board now that we're finally putting out new episodes that are not just specials.
Right.
So what I was saying, though, was as a writer and an avid reader, I come at history from a slightly different lens than you do.
Sure.
I view it as a story, whether nonfiction or fiction. I view it as a story, and I latch on to who is the character that I relate to.
Sure.
And so that's why reading this, I was very taken with these downtrodden people, and, you know, they're being oppressed and rise up and, you know, but then also having to separate myself from that and be like, kind of like how the liberals are today, as you said. Yeah. So that felt very disconcerting for me.
Sure.
So this is what we've got here. Okay. A foreign empire bans Jewish practices such as circumcision, Torah, and the Sabbath.
God, I hate it when I can't chop dicks.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
It's terrible.
We've got the temple in Jerusalem being desecrated. Like, that's gross, right?
Desecrated or decimated?
Desecrated.
Okay, so like people are pissing on it.
Yeah.
And, you know, wiping their shit on it and stuff.
Well, it's being
splattering blood on the wrong walls.
It's more than that. It's not just that they're pissing on it. It's they're doing acts that you shouldn't do in a temple.
Sure.
That even I, as an atheist,
they made it a brothel.
Something like that. I would feel uncomfortable even as an atheist walking into any holy building and being disrespectful.
Sure. Like, unless you were mean-spirited and really. I mean, I think that's what it comes down to with these cultures that were taking over people, right? Back in those days. Mm-hmm. The reason that they did this desecration to their temple is...
The pain was the point.
The pain was the point. Yeah. It's a pointed thing that they're doing to show we're in charge and fuck you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It just, I don't know. It made me feel very uncomfortable because, like, I can respect people's faith.
Yeah.
Without wanting to be mean to their buildings and stuff, while also being an atheist and hating what Christianity is doing or how it's being weaponized by politicians today.
Well, I think we can respect faith as long as it stays the fuck out of my business.
Well, yeah.
That's basically what it boils down to. You can be and believe whatever you want to be, but don't expect me or other people to do the same.
Yeah.
That doesn't track with what we built as the society that we currently live in. We are a secularist society. Nor
does it track with your own fucking religion if you were actually following it.
Yeah. So to some degree, depends on what parts you're reading. There are parts that say
fuck them over the
atheists, you know, know, all that kind of shit. So
okay, so they're desecrating this building. They're banning all this stuff, and then a priestly family. So it's not just a family; it's a priestly family.
Okay.
Yeah. Rises up in defiance. So we've got guerrilla warfare, ambushes, and battles that erupt all over the fucking place.
Good shit, huh?
Yeah, I mean, this would make a great movie. I think
right.
Netflix needs to get on this.
Yeah.
Okay. And then because of this family, the Jewish people fight to reclaim religious freedom.
Sure.
Today, we would say we would want to fight for religion, freedom from religion.
I'm all for religious freedom as well. Like religious freedom, the way it's pitched today is basically Christians want the ability to be as Christian as they want to be.
Yeah.
But the idea of religious freedom initially was that everyone has the right to worship or believe whatever they want. And that I am all for.
Sure.
That is the epitome of what I believe our country stands for.
Freedom of religion and from religion.
Right. Yeah.
Which I love. I'm here for that.
Yeah. Again, you don't cross my path and I won't cross yours. You know, like that's
right.
we're good if as long as that stays that way.
Exactly. And then because of all of the fighting to reclaim religious freedom, the temple gets purified and rededicated. And that is the rededication of the temple is directly what becomes the celebration of Hanukkah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know that either.
All right.
So First Maccabees leads directly to Hanukkah.
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah. Which makes it seem so. Hanukkah is like one of the biggest religious, festivals, holidays
observations
that we are aware of as Western cultured, non-Christian Christian people.
Right.
Right. Like, and I say that in the sense that we grew up around Christians. We know Christians. Christians are all over the place.
And Christians know about fucking Hanukkah.
Right. We all know about Hanukkah, right?
Yeah.
Like that's one of those things that just kind of filtered through.
It ends up on our calendars, even when we're neither Christian nor Jewish.
Yeah.
We get Christmas and Hanukkah on our calendars.
Right. And it strikes me that this is happening at a time that was really a reinvigoration of Judaism, right? Yeah. And so obviously this one is something this was part of that re-umphing of
re-up.
They're re-upping their religion, and
not just their religion, their culture, they're lively as a people.
Yeah.
They're trying to reclaim who they are as a people, not just their faith.
So it's no wonder that holiday is one that kind of
defines who they are.
Overshadows the rest of the Jewish holidays to your average person in America. Yeah. Right?
If you don't know any other Jewish holiday, you know Hanukkah, and this is fucking why.
Right.
So I feel even better that we decided to read First Maccabees. Yeah. Knowing this, because this gives us a better understanding of,
that's why. That's why it happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not that we are particularly trying to understand Judaism so much as that understanding Judaism and getting to learn more about it is super cool as a side effect of reading the Bible to understand Christianity and how it's in power in America today.
Well, yeah, and I have always felt that in order to fight something that is terrible, you have to understand what it is you're fighting. Mm-hmm. So, like, if we want to fight what this infiltration of Christianity into our schools, into our politics, and into all the things that are happening, we have to first understand what it is we are fighting, right? And where it came from, and why it is, and how it is, and if we are able to speak to it more intelligently than other people, that gives us just that much of a leg up over those people, right? Like we understand. At the very
least, you can have a conversation.
Yeah.
At the very least.
And even at the dinner table, you can speak more intelligently about someone's religion than maybe they can.
Exactly.
Which might lend to you being able to add to their belief and maybe skew it better. Like maybe you can. I don't know, but that's how I feel about it.
Well, I agree. Like, I have been able to ask my parents are MAGA Christians.
Right.
Just to put that out there.
Yeah.
I don't know that they're aware that I'm a staunch atheist. They probably have their suspicions.
Sure.
They know I'm liberal. They know I'm progressive. I don't know if they know how far down the rabbit hole that goes.
Right.
But I have been able to, since we started reading the Bible and since finishing the Old Testament, I have been able to ask my dad questions or have better discussions with him.
Yeah.
They haven't always led to like any epiphanies on his side or any conversions on my side.
Sure. But
it's nice that I'm able to have
you have a starting point.
This conversation with my dad allows me to maintain a relationship with a MAGA person that normally I wouldn't.
Right.
And
I think it takes the conversation away from when you're talking about their religion, it it sets them at ease because you're like, oh, they're familiar with this, right? Or they think they are anyway.
Right.
And then you're not talking about Trump. You're not talking about, Marjorie Taylor Greene. You're not talking about AOC. You're talking about...
And we're not talking about the weather, whether, climate change is real or not. We're not talking about sports, whether we're allowed to watch the NFL this week, whichever way MAGA decides.
Yeah. You're talking about a religion. And if you are versed enough in that religion, you can have some legitimate conversations because the truth is that they know probably, if not less, very equally what you know.
Right. I don't retain it all, but I'm able to not just have him preach at me. Like, it's a conversation rather than a lecture.
Yeah.
Which I just personally appreciate being able to have that with my dad.
Sure.
And I'm not saying that that's something that every atheist can have with MAGA family. I'm not suggesting that's what anybody should do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do, and you got to take care of you.
Yeah.
And there are people I have cut off in my life. I'm just glad that reading this has given me something to talk about with my dad.
Definitely.
So,
Definitely.
Cool.
Yeah.
So First Maccabees is a straight up historical narrative written in a very sober, matter-of-fact style. So, history book kind of thing, not narrative, not like Storyland.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, it's the story of a small, stubborn group of Jewish rebels who refuse to let an empire erase who they are as a people, not just as a religion and faith.
Right.
The events span roughly 170 to 134 BCE.
Oh, so I was a little off.
You were a little off, but
close.
You were in the right kind of era.
Sure.
That pre-zero line.
Yeah.
The Jesus was born dot on the time graph.
Right.
Yeah. The author of this book it's anonymous. We don't know who wrote it.
Is it believed that it was actually written in that same time frame though?
Hang on just a sec. I'm about to get there.
Okay.
So whoever wrote it was very likely he wrote it in Hebrew.
Okay.
And so he was probably Jewish.
Sure. Which
is interesting since it's not part of the Old Testament today.
Right.
So that's interesting.
Unless it is.
It's not, that would be in Christian Bibles of the Old Testament, not in the Jewish Tanakh, which is the Old Testament.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it depends on what you're talking about here.
Yeah.
I was referring to it from a Jewish perspective. It's interesting that Jewish Tanakh does not include the Maccabees.
Got it. Okay.
And it's interesting that some Christian Bibles or Catholic Bibles do.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Again, the author is anonymous. He probably wrote the book in Hebrew in the newly independent Hasmonean kingdom, that family.
Yeah.
The Hasmoneans.
Okay.
After the success of the Maccabean revolt in the late 2nd century BCE. Okay, so got this placed.
Okay.
The book survives today only in a Greek translation in the Septuagint. Yeah.
Okay.
So at one point, it was included in a Bible.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It became part of the Deuterocanon for Catholic, Eastern Catholic, and Oriental Orthodox traditions, but is not part of the Hebrew Bible or considered canonical by Protestant or Jewish traditions, although I have, as I said, seen in places where some Protestant religions, faiths, denominations, thank you, I couldn't think of the word.
Sure.
Some Protestant denominations do consider it canon and refer to it.
Okay.
So just depends who you ask, basically.
Right.
All right. So then we get into like the major players here.
All right.
The main characters.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got Mattathias. He was an elderly priest, and he's the dude who hits it off. He sparks the revolt.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I keep wanting to say Matthias, but it's not Matthias. It's Mattathias.
Mattathias. Got
Okay.
it. Yeah.
We've got Judas Maccabeus.
Okay.
And that is so fucking Greek, right? Like,
He's got to be important. Maccabeus.
Yeah.
I mean.
He was the son of Mattathias.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
And he's a brilliant military leader.
Oh,
So
okay.
Judas is where it's at in this book.
Okay.
Okay.
Not the bad Judas.
Not the bad Judas. Not the bad Jesus betrayer Judas. This is the good Judas.
Got
the
it.
Maccabee Judas.
Yeah.
He has some younger brothers, Jonathan and Simon, who carry the story forward after Judas.
Okay.
Okay. And then we've got, of course, the evil bad guy, Antiochus IV Epiphanes.
You got to have the bad guy.
Yeah. He's the villainous Seleucid king. And remember, from the Greek episode, the Seleucid kingdom is the Greek kingdom.
Sure.
Okay. And that's what it was called before Greece, baby.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so major themes in this book include religious freedom versus forced assimilation. Interesting.
Yeah.
Resistance to empire. Interesting. I think this sounds so Star Wars. Faithfulness under persecution. So again, like maintaining your belief in God.
Yeah.
And
while going through a tragic
while being told
era.
You can't do any of the practices
Right.
that would show your belief in God.
Right.
So you can't do the things that God wills you to do per your fucking rule book that we just talked about in our last episode.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And nation building. The book ends with the beginnings of an independent Jewish state.
Okay. Yeah.
First Maccabees is one of the clearest snapshots of Jewish life under Greek rule between the Old and New Testaments. So super fucking important from a historical context.
Right.
Okay, especially like I cannot get it out of my head. This really happened.
Right.
This shit really happened.
Yeah.
Like that blows my mind.
Yeah.
You know, when religion meets facts. Weird. Notice I said religion, not magic and like God stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. So this fills in the historical gap between the Hebrew Bible and the Gospels, and the world that Jesus is born into only exists because of what happened here in Maccabees.
Thanks, Maccabees.
Right? First Maccabees directly led to Christianity today. Yeah. Huge impetus.
Yeah. Right.
Like, that doesn't make me a fan, but as a writer, and for you, a person interested, I hesitate to call you a historian, but a person interested in history.
Right. Yeah.
From those perspectives, it's like, ugh.
I mean, it's really hard to hold people of 2,000 years ago responsible for what's happening today.
But it's also easy to be mad at them because they're not here to defend themselves. And so I can be like, damn you!
Right, yeah.
Damn you, Maccabeans!
Yeah.
The setting of the book is about a century and a half after the conquest of Judea by the Greeks under Alexander the Great.
Okay. Yep.
So I'm just trying to like tell you a little bit about what was happening in the world at the time.
Briefly, I feel like it was like after he stopped conquering and fell apart, like the rest of it started kind of splintering.
Yeah.
So exactly. if I recall.
Because the kingdom went to, he didn't have sons, I think, or he did, but they were like all different. No, I think it went to like his captains.
Some fucked up shit happened.
And each of his captains was like, no, me.
Right. Yeah.
And so they split it and then it further splintered. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So this was after Alexander's empire had been divided.
Right.
So, yeah. So the Judea became part of the Greek Seleucid Empire. Okay.
Yep.
So the book opens when we first start reading, like chapter 1, which we'll start in our next episode.
Yeah.
It opens with the Seleucid king, Antiochus IV. And he's a guy who literally nicknamed himself Epiphanes.
Got it.
Meaning God made visible. Like, epiphany is like when you get that light bulb aha moment, right? Like that's how we think of the word today. But epiphany has its roots in epiphanies, meaning God made visible.
That's not, narcissistic or anything.
Right? He's like, I'm Antiochus IV.
Right.
Epiphanies.
It's also another slap directly in the face of the Israelites. Like, really? Your God made visible. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Exactly. Yeah. Because they're like, no, God lives in this tabernacle, and also God lives in.
Well, the tabernacle wasn't around.
No, I know.
The temple at the time. Yeah. Right.
God lives in a column. God lives in, whatever we say, whatever moment of history we're in at the moment. That's where God is. You're not God. And he's like, bet.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So Antiochus Epiphanes outlawed Jewish practices, defiled the temple, and tried to force everyone into Greek culture.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, the Greeks were pretty fucking cool.
I mean, who doesn't like Greek gods,
It's not just the Greek gods. Don't forget, during our Greek episode, we talked about how far the Greeks came.
They were pretty fucking advanced.
The golden era of Greek culture, they were hot. They were fire.
Right.
Okay.
But it's never going to do anybody.
And left no crumbs, as the kids say.
It's never going to do any culture any good to force people to come along with you, though.
Exactly.
That just never works out well.
Never.
So.
Yeah. So as all this is going on, like, Greece is like, we're so fucking lit. And then Antiochus is like, I know, right? And also, I'm God. And also, y'all don't get to chop the ends of your dicks off anymore.
I feel like he missed the spirit of the whole Greek thing and went straight to, I'm God.
Yeah.
And I'm in charge of you fuckers.
Because the people were like, we're lit. And he was like, we are. And I'm God. Like, whoa, that was a fucking leap, bro. Like, this took a turn and we were not here for the ride.
Right, yeah.
And he's like, no, you're fine. I'm going to go fuck with these Jews over here.
Right.
Right. And so then this is where we get an elderly priest named Mattathias and his 5 sons.
Sure.
Only 5?
Man, it's light.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Instead of bowing to the king's demands, these guys take the very unpopular position, unpopular opinion kind of thing.
Right.
Absolutely fucking not, is what they say. Okay.
Yeah.
And they head for the hills, literally, where they start a full-on resistance movement.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, the heart of the story is Judas, the Mattathias' son.
Yeah, the one that was the great military, whatever,
guru
brain
or
person.
whatever. Yeah, brain guy. Yeah, he becomes a brilliant guerrilla leader. Like, not that kind of guerrilla. No. With a small band of fighters, he pulls off victory after victory against a massive empire that had to hurt.
Yeah.
Like, I'm God made visible. I'm Epiphanes.
Sure.
I'm Antiochus, and that you keep beating me.
It's reminiscent of the Revolutionary War, where we a band of very shitty, loosely based fighters, took on the British Empire.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't even have uniforms that matched, for God's sake.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So this sucked.
Yeah.
For Antiochus.
Sure.
He's like, I don't like this very much. And First Maccabees is a gritty, political, and surprisingly modern book in the themes it deals with. Huh. Okay. I mean, we've been relating to it, so
no. I'm kind of excited about this, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to hype this up, but it's not taking me much. Like, I'm already hyped.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got cultural survival, religious freedom, and what it costs to fight back when the odds are stacked against you.
Okay.
Like, release the Epstein files. Like, I know that Trump, changed his mind, and he's like, yeah, whatever, go ahead, put it on my desk.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for the next shoe to drop, because, there's something that's going to happen to delay it more or something.
Yeah, I mean, that's his whole story is delay. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So this is... what was happening right before the New Testament start. Okay. Yeah. So again, this is what Jesus was born into.
Sure.
The first book of Maccabees also gives a list of Jewish colonies that were scattered elsewhere throughout the Mediterranean at the time. Okay. So that's cool. From a historical
they're
context.
like, hey, we got allies over here. We got allies over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, hang on. I thought I read that wrong. Did First Maccabees really happen? I know I keep coming back to this.
Sure.
But I was like, did I read that correct? What?
Yeah.
The answer is yes. It really happened.
Right.
Yeah. It's considered, First Maccabees is considered one of the most historically reliable books of the ancient fucking world.
Very cool.
Right?
I'm going to enjoy this, I think.
Yeah.
Because I really, really do love history. Mm-hmm. And to read a book in the Bible-ish
of the Bible. Let's call it of the Bible,
where they're accounting for something that actually happened in such a important time frame for the Israelites, right? This is important. I feel like that, and that's why we felt like we had to read this.
Yeah.
Like we are going to get into the New Testament, but this is important.
This is not pseudepigrapha.
Right.
Okay. This is not like just some story shit that the Jewish people wrote while they were trying to put themselves back together again and rally around the family with a pocket full of shells. Okay. Like this was not just like a rally cry. This was like, oh, there is some gunfire. Okay, they didn't have guns. But you know what I mean? Right. There's some gunfire happening over there. I'm just going to write this down.
Yeah.
For posterity.
No, it's very cool.
Yeah. It's not prophecy, mythology, or symbolic literature in any way whatsoever.
Thank goodness.
It's a political and military history of the Jewish revolt against the Seleucid Empire. Okay?
Yeah.
Historians across the board, Jewish, Christians, secular, atheists, everyone, they agree on these core facts.
Yeah.
Okay. Antiochus IV Epiphanes actually existed. He was a very real king of the Seleucid Empire.
Okay.
He really did attempt to suppress Jewish religious practices.
Okay.
Not all of his motives were 100% clear, but the decrees that he made are very well attested in multiple sources.
Okay.
So that shit happened.
Yeah.
The Maccabean revolt actually happened, and it's supported by archaeology, by Josephus, who we have mentioned before. He's a first century Jewish historian.
Right.
So he wasn't there, but like he would have had access to first source material.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And also by the parallel account in Second Maccabees.
Okay.
So second source, which we will get to. Okay.
Yeah.
So this revolt actually fucking happened. Judas Maccabeus, Jonathan, and Simon were actual real people. They were real leaders that existed. They founded the Hasmonean dynasty, which ruled Judea for nearly 100 years.
Wow.
So they are, we're getting into like this really happened. We can identify these folks.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And the rededication of the temple actually did happen. This is the event behind, again, Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that shit happened. So I was like, okay, so it really happened, but like, really, how accurate? Like, is this book imaginative? Like, what? So scholars consider it very accurate for a few reasons. It was written basically like within 40 to 60 years, like within 50 years of shit actually happening.
Okay.
Unlike, New Testament stuff or like Old Testament stuff.
Yeah.
Where it was several hundred, 1,000 years later, whatever.
Yeah.
This like happened while some of the people were still alive to tell the tale.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It gives detailed names, dates, and military campaigns that line up with other sources and records.
See, now, this is what I would expect a Bible to have for the shit that they're talking. Like, why can't God have them know the times and dates of things,
Incredible claims require incredible sources.
Right, yeah.
Reliable sources.
Yeah.
And Maccabees brings it, baby.
Right, but they're detailing a revolt, which is not the same as detailing the awesome power of a god who rules the entire planet.
Yeah.
Where we can't even decide which century or even millennia it happened in.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's crazy. So
it's a super blunt, very straightforward book. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't mince words. It praises the Maccabees, but it doesn't hide their political scheming or their failures.
Okay.
And keep that little nugget in mind, because I'm going to get to that in just a minute. The fact that it doesn't hide their political scheming or failures.
Okay.
So they weren't just sweethearts.
Sure.
Okay. I mean, there were rebels. Of course they weren't just sweethearts.
Yeah, they've got to do shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this book talks about that. It like records what happened.
Got it.
If there was friendly fire, they wrote it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It matches what we know from archaeology and from Greco-Roman sources. Okay. So Greece and Rome and all the people there were like, and then this happened, and then that happened.
And they all agree.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's written from a pro-Hasmonean viewpoint, which presents the family in a very heroic light.
Sure.
That's why it's not included in some other sources because some people don't like that. Again, I'll get to that in just a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not quote unquote unbiased. So
Sure.
that means it is biased.
Right.
But it is a solid history. It is reliable. It is accurate. You can read it and be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's basically a really well-written primary source, but from the winning side.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
that makes it really interesting.
Yeah.
Like it's not got a lot of spin.
Right.
Okay. Which I appreciate. All right. So I've got a side note here in my notes.
Okay.
Okay. Rabbinic Judaism generally disapproved of the rule of the Hasmonean dynasty.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
But the book is openly pro-Hasmonean.
Okay. So
So-
that's why it doesn't get included in the Old Testament and the Torah.
Yep.
Got it.
One of the, not the Torah. The Torah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You mean Tanakh.
Tanakh. Yeah,
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah. No, they both start with T.
Right. Yeah.
One of several factors for a lack of enthusiasm for the book within later Judaism is this disparity between attitudes. They're like, it
Sure.
really happened and it's important for Judaism, but also like, oh, the Hasmoneans, bleh.
Right. Right.
Like, boo, we don't like them.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although the Maccabees successfully gained independence for Judea, the later Hasmonean rulers, they were political leaders who also became high priests.
Oh,
So-
and they don't like to mix their rulers with high priests.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So they're like, thank you for your service, but you do not get to be in our little Bible
You
book.
did this shit wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, we appreciate that you brought us back together. And, Hanukkah is fucking awesome, but we're just going to not include how we got Hanukkah
Right.
in our religious, historical, fucking important rule book.
Or at least we're not going to gloss over the fact that you guys did it wrong.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Many rabbis thought that this was inappropriate because combining religious and political power could, lead to corruption. Imagine. So they were like, again, thanks, bye.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they took the things that the Maccabees did, but left the rest out.
Right.
Which I'm like, that's kind of cool of you.
yeah.
Go you, Judaism.
Right.
All right.
Right.
That's cool. Some Hasmonean rulers were also seen as very ambitious, oppressive, or self-serving, as rulers tend to be.
Sure.
Yep. None of them called themselves fucking Epiphanes.
Right.
But
give them a few more generations. They might have,
Yeah, exactly. So from the rabbinical point of view, the dynasty was very flawed and problematic.
Got it.
They were like, absolutely fucking not.
Right.
First Maccabees, as I said, is pro-Hasmonean. The book portrays the Maccabees as heroes,
Sure.
praising their leadership, military victories, and political achievements, and it doesn't critique their actions or highlight their faults.
Got it.
So,
Which is problematic for a Jewish group that would say they're not doing this right
yeah.
and why it's not included.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found that so interesting. Like, this is specifically the history of the Jewish people,
Right.
but not appreciated or included in Jewish history.
It is interesting that it is included in the Catholic Bible because they have the Pope, right? They have priests that are very important in their culture and in their world of religion, and also politics. Right. So like they seem to embrace that idea a little bit more than Jewish folks do.
Yeah.
Right. So it doesn't surprise me that it's part of their canon.
Right. I don't know. I just I find it's almost like I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
I feel like Catholicism is like the bridge between Christianity and Judaism, even though Catholicism is considered Christian, it's not Protestant. And when we think of Christianity, generally we think of Protestant. Here
yes.
in America, not just America, but the Midwest, where Christianity is the Bible Belt.
Right. I think you might have a little bit of a misconception about how that's perceived in general. I
probably do. I wasn't raised with my understanding. I was not raised around a lot of Catholic
The reason
folks.
we have Protestants here in the U.S. for the most part is because they were fleeing Catholic oppression in England, right? Like that's a big thing.
Yeah.
And so, and we do have a large Catholic group here in the United States as well. I'm not saying, but they are completely separate.
Yeah.
Like they do not want to even be associated with each other, generally speaking. It's almost like two different religions.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Catholicism is like...
But I would never look at it as a bridge between...
No, bridge was probably the wrong word, but like, I just mean like it's almost a religion that's separate from Protestants.
Yeah.
It's not just that they're separate denominations in my book.
Right.
Like, to my mind... It's like, no, we've got Judaism, we've got Catholicism, and then we've got the Christians, the Protestants.
Yeah.
Even though Catholics are like, no, we are totally Christians. We are just very not Protestant.
Right.
And I'm like, you're very like Druidy though. So are you, with your candles and your saints and you're praying to Mother Mary?
It's definitely done differently there, for sure. And it's, to me, because I didn't grow up around a lot of Catholics. I do have cousins that were Catholic, but like I didn't experience a lot of Catholicism, right? Like it wasn't something that existed a lot around me.
My entire understanding of Catholicism is like from movies, and so
it does
I'm
seem
talking out of my ass.
It does seem very much more ritualistic, right? Like in there,
which would lean more towards Judaism.
Sure. And I was always told by people like you should go to a Catholic, Christian, or like a Catholic mass, like a Christmas one, just to experience it.
The
right?
pageantry.
Yeah, because there's so much show involved in it from what I was to understand.
Yeah.
And again, this is me speaking out of my ass about what people told me about Catholicism.
Yeah.
I've never really experienced it myself.
No, we should think about it. Like, Christmas is coming up. Maybe we should go attend a Catholic
There's
mass.
literally a giant Catholic church almost next door to us.
It's literally our voting place, y'all.
It is.
It's next door to our neighborhood, so we walk over to vote.
Yeah.
But we've never been there except for in their little annex place to vote.
I am curious. If for any Catholics out there, would you suggest, just for the experience, that we go to a Catholic mass at some point?
As
like a Christian Catholic mass or something like that, as atheists? I am inclined to say yes, because
just for the experience,
right? Yeah. Not to worship God, but I am curious what it is like, Yeah. So it would be interesting to me.
Me too. I think we should do it, actually, now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I mean, Christmas is what, like 6 weeks away?
It's not far. Yeah. We can do it soon.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I'm in.
We'll consider it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. So because the rabbis viewed the Hasmonean rulers critically, they were totally not eager to embrace a book that literally celebrates those same leaders.
Yeah.
Okay. So from the Catholic and Orthodox perspective, early Christians inherited the Septuagint, the Greek translation of the Hebrew scriptures.
Yeah.
Which included First Maccabees.
Sure.
So the book's historical value and religious themes like faithfulness to God under persecution, miraculous victories, and the temple rededication made it canon in Catholic and Orthodox traditions.
Right.
But from a Protestant perspective, during the Reformation, Protestants preferred to follow the Hebrew canon.
Okay.
So they completely excluded First Maccabees from the Old Testament.
Yeah.
So they're like, fuck Catholicism in every way whatsoever. If Catholics liked it, we're going to go the opposite of them, and we're going to go back to our Jewish roots, even though we're not Jewish.
Well, and it sounds like this lends, like Maccabees sounds like it lends to a priest and political power source that doesn't track with Judaism, and definitely goes against the general thoughts of like priestly power that spawned Protestants, right? Like Protestants broke away from the power that is Catholicism, which sounds like it, and we haven't read it yet, but it sounds like it might relate back to Maccabees a little bit, you know? So like that's interesting to me.
Yeah.
Historically and religiously, like.
But many Protestant faiths do include it as apocrypha.
Sure.
Which it is.
Yeah.
It's recognized for its historical and devotional value, but it's not considered authoritative scripture. So they don't refer to it as scripture, but as supplemental.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like it might be more of a history anyway. So it's not necessarily scripture. It's just history.
Right. So that is my intro to First Maccabees. And I gotta tell you, I'm kind of excited.
Yeah.
I mean, it got me even talking about going to church. What? Just kidding. I'm so not converting.
The place will go on to light on fire when we walk through the doors.
Right?
Yeah. So if you are listening to this on our regular feed, just know that if you are interested in the first chapter, you can go over and sign up for the $2 or higher level on Patreon right now and get that.
Yep.
Because it'll be there. It'll be ready to listen to.
By the time you hear this, it'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can go do that right now, or you can wait for the next one to come out, whichever works for you.
Yep.
But we do have perks for our Patreons now, our Patreon members now. So thank you, patrons.
For hanging in there with us.
You're amazing.
You are amazing.
And thank you to all of our listeners for sticking through everything with us and being here still with us, because we could do this without you, but we really couldn't.
We wouldn't have done this without
right.
you, though.
Like, you guys have been such an amazing support group in so many different ways and so many different venues and avenues. Like, I mean, you now have the entire collection of Nancy Drew because of one of our listeners, which is, thank you. Like,
right?
That is
Amanda. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah. Like, that's incredible. Like, that's something you've kind of toyed with collecting your entire life. We have all of our, we can dump on our friends / fans on Discord because they're amazing and they love to call us out on our shit. And it's so fun.
And they bully the fuck out of me. And then there's another one who
in a
is
nice
like,
way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's not bullying, but it is very hard, dark teasing. And then I have one who is like, stop, leave wife alone. So, I mean, you can be team wife or team husband or team Discord.
Or team whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you should totally join in the live Discords on
Which
Tuesday
we will still
at 10.
be doing. Yes.
Yeah.
Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern. We will still be doing those. They will not be the episodes where we're reading Maccabees or the New Testament once we get to it. They will be special episodes or furthering along the timeline stuff that we're doing.
Yeah.
So that will still continue on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern, and those will be released the next day, even though we're doing these delayed release. So join us on Discord for the live episodes. Join us on Patreon to get the next episode now. And thank you, as always, for being a fan. You guys are incredible.
You are.
That's it.
That's all I got.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.